Guys, the current date is the... trying to think what the current date is. The current date is the 5th of May, Sunday the 5th of May, and I have not vlogged in a long time. It feels like a long time, but it might just be like a week ago, but it feels like a long time because my camera battery has been dead, and I have not yet got more than one battery for my camera, so I'm only living off one right now. So yeah, I've not bothered to charge it for weeks, so I've finally charged it and I'm now recording again. Yes, I've got fake eyelashes on before people ask me, and if people ask me what they are, I bought them with me. So these are the GWA ones from Primark in the style Glamour, for £3. So this is what they look like. I kind of should have got them a little closer to my actual like lash line because I put them kind of a little bit too high today, but yeah, that's just a tip for myself for next time. So yeah, I'm currently in my nan's in like Measham swaddling coat area, and the current time is 20 past 7 at night, and I do not have to go to school tomorrow because I get a day off because it's bank holiday. So currently I am just posting a new post on my Instagram. If you do not follow me on Instagram, go follow me. My Instagram is just jademh_x. So I'm currently posting a post. I currently have 751 followers, so if you can help me get up to to 1,000, I'd appreciate it very much if you're not already. I've also changed back to my old case just for a little bit more phone protection because I don't think my last one was working very well. So yeah, I'll show you an OTD in 1 second, but yeah, it's bank holiday, as I said, tomorrow. So tomorrow I don't really know what I'm doing, but earlier, like really early this morning, well early for me anyway, around 10, my brother James and his girlfriend Jess, who live down in London, came to visit because like 3 weeks ago now, 3 or 2 weeks ago now, they got a new puppy, a brand new puppy. I know that because when they got her, she was 10 weeks old, and she's now like 13, 14 weeks old, so it's been like 3 weeks, 3-4 weeks, that she's been home with them. She is a purebred Cocker Spaniel. She's a little girl, and her name is Oti, and she's like a chocolate, almost in some lights reddy kind of brown colour, and she is the most gorgeous thing. She's got hazel green, like yellowy eyes, and she's just so beautiful. And because they live down in London, which is 3 hours away, we never get to see them, and I kind of want to see her while she's a puppy, obviously. And we don't have dogs in our family because my dad does not like them, so I can never have a dog. So my brother's basically like the closest thing I have to a dog. We have cats though, and I bet you're thinking, Jade, how the hell did the dog come to your house if you've got cats? Wow. We basically locked one of my cats in my bedroom, and we locked one of the other cats outside, and so therefore she had the whole house to herself. And I know there's risks with that, like, you know, what if the cat needs to go to the toilet and it's trapped in your bedroom, it's going to go in your bedroom, but I would have had to hold it because there's nowhere to go in my room because my floor. The floor is so dirty in my room, and I don't have a dog, so therefore my brother came down and she stayed until about 12 or 11:45. So they stayed there for basically a couple hours at our house, just playing with Oti and, you know, getting Oti used to us, so that the next time we see her she'll just be really excited to see us, and she'll just immediately know who we are. And I kind of did sit and lie down and stay with her, and it was really great, and she's gorgeous and I'm in love, and I so badly want a puppy or a dog even. But my dad really does not like them. Like, if he had his own way, he wouldn't have any pets at all. So, you know, we only have cats because my mum, when my mum met my dad, she had cats, so she got them. But we're not allowed a dog, so it's really terrible. But I got my brothers, even though he kind of has to come down 3 hours to see us, which means we don't really see that often. But I said to them, when I turn 17, which is next year, she'll only be a year old then, so she's still only taken care of, that I'll come down and look after her. Like, I'm taking this very seriously. Like, people think I'm being silly and being over dramatic, but she's like, I call myself Auntie Jade and I call her my niece, and I treat her as if like she was like my brother's baby, like my brother's daughter or son. So I'm so like protective over her and I look after her. I think I'm being over dramatic calling myself her auntie for a dog, but it's just how I feel. Oh my god, my nan's house right now is like a million degrees. Let's show you a OTD. Today's OTD is this top which says Ariana Grande Sweetener 2018, and then all her songs from the Sweetener album on the back of my top. I'll get my mum to just film a clip for me. That's from Primark for £8 or £10 I believe. These jeans from Topshop, which are just some skinny ones, and they were £40. And Central Perk jumper from Friends from Primark as my little jumper. It's just like a cropped jumper and it's so soft, which I wear on top of my t-shirt. To finish it off, I have this lined bright red MAC style coat, which just goes on top of it, which I don't know where it's from actually, because my grandma gave it me the day. My grandma's had it from some time, but it's by the brand Esmara. So if you know where that's from, it's from Esmara. To wrap off the whole look, I have this beanie, which I think is also from Primark, and my black Vans from Vans, my black and white original Vans. Makeup look today, so just simple, like pinky, brownie, smoky eye with some glamour style GWA eyelashes, and yeah, so this is my entire look. And right now I'm just trying to FaceTime people because I am so bored, and oh, the guy I wanted to FaceTime is replying to me. So yeah, I'm trying to FaceTime people and like to pass the time and chill. Okay guys, good morning and welcome to another day in my boring life. So today I got up at around 10. I got up at 10. Today I got up at 2 minutes past 10, and the current time now is 20 to 2, and I'm still in my pyjamas, and I've only got washed like 5 minutes ago because my dad's been fixing the radiator in the bathroom. Excuse my bad hair, excuse my state, I've just literally not done anything. So step one is to get changed to make myself look very nice and presentable for my nana and granddad to come around, because that's what's happening. So we need to get some clothes on, because, you know, some clothes. Yeah, we don't want to be naked, even though I've got clothes on right now. But I'm probably going to go to this. So I was just wearing the same outfit as I was yesterday, so a quick rundown of my OTD. This is Central Perks, so from the Friends range, from the Friends TV show range from Primark. So this is just like a cropped jumper. I then have my Ariana Grande Sweetener t-shirt on, again from Primark, and I also have my Topshop black skinny jeans on from yesterday. So that is my OTD. So currently I am just going on and off from revision and YouTube and revision and YouTube. Well, I started it last night, but I need to finish it. I started editing a vlog on my phone. It's just getting up. So I started vlogging, started doing footage for this. So that's what I need to do, but it's an hour long and I've only got into like, I don't know how many minutes of it. Not that long. So I've got a last minute plan. We're going out to the cinema, me, my mum, my dad, to the Nuneaton one at 6 to watch the new film Tolkien with Lily Collins in it, because we love The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, and I love Lily Collins. So we're going to see that at 6. And I wasn't going to put any makeup on, but then I think I'm going to just put a little bit of simplistic makeup on, which is really hard in my book. And my simplistic makeup compared to everybody else's is not simplistic at all, really, but it's okay. So I'm going to quickly just put some simplistic makeup on, and I need to go to the toilet first, so let me go do. Okay, so I've just done some primer, did Bare Benefit Professional, and now I'm going to spritz my face with some setting spray. It's just my face is wet. I need to kind of get a face mist, that might be better, but I don't have one of them, so I'm just going to go with face setting spray for now. Yeah, and then I'm just going to take some of this cloud paint from Glossier in the shade Beam, and I'm just going to take a little bit of a brush. I need to think about what kind of brush I want to use, if I'm being honest. I think I'm going to use... So I'm just going to take a little bit of it on my back of my hand. Just gonna buff it out. It looks extreme right now, that's because I'm going to put concealer over my face. So right now it just looks really out there, like in your face. But I'm just going to take a little bit of it and I'm just going to buff it out a little bit. I swear, this is what it's going to look like. I promise you it's not going to look like this for too long. I'm just going to make myself look real pretty. And really love it on my nose because they always have to do love it on your nose if you're in the summer, just to make it look slightly nicer. So I'm just going to apply that and just like sort it out. And then what I'm going to do now is take some concealer. So I'm just going to hit the MAC Pro Wear concealer in the shade NC15. And this brush, this sponge, I'm just going to take a little bit of it and just conceal under my eyes. Yeah, look at this. Why not? I'm trying to look awake and pretty, not like dead. Shockingly enough. I'm just going to do that over my like cheeks a little bit, just like spread it, so it doesn't look like I completely just like, let's put concealer on and that's like the only two places I'm going to have concealer. But kind of is concealer because the only place I want it really. Here's a little bit of it on my nose area, just going to like dab it over here, just going to like sort out around here, just going to tap it over, just going to do it all the usual places. And this is how you do like concealer, this is how you like, this is what I do for minimalistic makeup if I don't want to like work full foundation in your face and I don't want to like go overboard with like the makeup. I just put concealer in place, like heavy duty concealer, so that it's not like a big problem. Like this, I'm just going to get quite a bit on my chin. I'm going to do it in spots as well. So do a little bit over here. And I just want to make sure that I really like blend all my concealer out and I like streaky lines, because the problem is with just doing concealer, it like makes the streaky lines. And as you can see now, my blush has been dyed down like 5 times less than it was before. Okay. Cool, that was a mistake. Right. The little boy, the royals, the little boy, you know, most king's wives get pregnant within like a week of them being married because produce their children. So yeah, it's kind of the way things go. With highlight. So I just put again just a little touch of this on my hand. I like to actually hit the tip of my brush for this. And I like to just
for my cheekbone. I just like to like dab this nicely over. I don't let it dry too much, but I like to just dab it down and like on my cheeks so that it doesn't look insane, but that it also just like highlights my face a little bit. Just give it a little bit of shimmer every once in a while. So just want to take a little bit more. This isn't binding highlight, this is just like liquid highlight. It's not insane amount, it's just a nice amount, so let's just dab and apply. So if I do it in the direction that I'm going up my face, so that it doesn't look too insane. And you can kind of tell like it's got cheap ingredients in it because you wouldn't be able to see like the mark I have on my face. It feels like not cheap highlighter, but it's quite nice. I like to just strip another too far in as well, to just like keep it kind of nice at the end of the nose especially, and like a little bit more. Cute as. And then what we're also going to do is we're going to go, I'm just going to take a little bit of this brush considers it doesn't really do much. Just go pat it out with my fingers, I think, and there's just like go up and down, just tap. They had a little boy, but like they trust them to do it in a complete different approach, because every tradition every year has been showing the royal baby on telly like live, straight out to the world, like since it's born, like from out the hospital, to see this baby boy, the royal baby boy, girl, and like they decided to opt in a different direction and just do the like classic, like the unclassical, like we're not going to show our baby for a while, like he's not coming out to anybody, like I don't want to show anybody, the world is not going to see this royal baby, like no. They've just took a whole new approach to it, and I know that the parents, I get that, but they're going to annoy a lot of royals, at least some royals, because it's a tradition kind of thing. But, you know, at the end of the day, I think that's cool, because it's their child, and if they don't want to, then they're not going to. Like, I don't say that just because they're a royal does not mean that they can't decide the choices for their child. Like, because I feel like a lot of royals don't get to choose what happens to their kid, because it's all like, you know, this is how it's been for some time, so therefore this is how it's going to be, and it's like, actually, it's not your decision. They're not saying it's like extreme, actually. I'm just saying that like at the end of the day it's not anyone's decision apart from the mother and father's, which is the way it should be. If I want people telling me how to look at the market, to control my kid after I've just had it born, like it just annoyed me. But I'm just applying some highlighter now, just to go over the cheeks of my highlight, so it looks kind of nice and chill, and yeah, not too much, not too less. So then we do that. Now I'm just going to do a little bit of light brown shadow in the crease, some mascara, and then either some gloss or just a lip balm. So I'll be right back with you once I've done that.
Hi guys, so it's much later on in the evening now. I've been to see the Avengers. I didn't think to take you along with me because even though my camera wasn't completely run out of charge, it had 1 bar left from transporting all the clips over to my phone earlier. It took a lot of battery life, so I decided instead of taking it to cinema just to finish film a few clips in the car, I'll just charge the battery and then update you guys on the way home. So this is the makeup I kind of went for in the end. It's kind of wore off a little bit and gone a bit gross since I did it, so it doesn't look as good, you have to excuse that. But yeah, I just went for minimalistic natural makeup. Avengers, I do not want to be one of those people which, it's like one of those films that, it's been one of those films which rarely happens, like you get the odd person but you don't get as many people as like this film has got. But usually, like, you know, with a really good film, like the odd 1 or 2 people spill, like ruin it for people and tell them, whereas this film, loads of people have been like telling everybody and sharing around and ruining what happens. Like it's become this problem where if you have social media, you're bound to find out what happens in Avengers before you even go watch it. Like I found out who died and basically the sum up of the film within like the second day of it being out from Snapchat, from social media. So I knew what was going to happen and which people who were going to die and all this. So I've been to see it, but it's one of those films which rarely happens to me anyways. It's one of those films where I can't quite decide how I feel about it. Like I can't quite figure out what my opinion on it is yet. Like there's some parts that I hate and don't think should have been in it, and there's some parts that I really like, and I'm really glad that the kind of film that I would go and watch and have your own opinion of, and not to make sure you don't get anyone to spoil it for you, because there is a lot of people out there that, like, it's like one of the few films, one of the rare films that everybody just can't keep their mouth shut, like nobody can. And I want to keep my mouth shut because I think that'll make it so much better, because even though I went into knowing, like, I didn't know like the full story and every little detail, so I was surprised by some things. I knew who was gonna die, so I was just waiting for them to die. So I'd rather just go and be like, oh, who's gonna die? Like, oh, he died, and oh, I was just like, oh, he's gonna die. I know he's gonna die within like 2 minutes or an hour. He's gonna die. So, oh, she. So I was like, geez, I wish I hadn't known, but that's what happens when you have social media. So make sure if you're on social media, if you see any name or anything beginning with end, gay, g, to like skip it really quickly, or if you see the name Endgame, if you see Endgame on a social media post, scroll, like just move away from it, try and avoid it. I know it's really hard because to move past stories you have to go through one at a time, so it takes longer to just pick and choose. So I just go through them all, but just skip them as quickly as possible. So guys, I just thought you might want to see my skincare routine. I don't really have a fully based routine or like thing that I stick to, but I thought you might just want to see it just in case you're thinking of new products to try out, or if you're thinking of making a skincare routine and you just kind of want to see others for a little bit of guidance and you're just kind of curious what skincare person out there that will want to see this for some inspiration if they're thinking of doing one themselves. So recently I tidied my room and kind of branched out in terms of branched out in terms of putting it all into sections and just kind of having a big like section ordering thing, I guess you could say. And therefore I have boxed everything. So this is kind of my little like desk area for all my skincare, all my shower gels, all that sort of like category, because I have two kind of desks. I have this desk which is just full of stationery stuff, but it doesn't hold any of my skincare or like body stuff, and then I have on top of my clothes drawers just this like little like whole like top bit of the drawer that I keep for all my like skincare and makeup wipes and stuff like that. So I boxed them all. I took absolutely everything off and put them into boxes and bags. I just like categorized each thing. So my first step in my skincare routine is to wash my face, and I usually wash my face with two products. The first thing I use is the Lacura, which is actually basically just a really cheap brand by Aldi. Obviously it's not an Aldi like homemade brand, because it'd probably just be called Aldi Skincare, but it's by the brand Lacura, which is really cheap and affordable, from Aldi, and it's just a charcoal mud to foamy cleanser, and it improves skin texture and complexion, and it has glycolic acid and lactic acids which gently exfoliate my skin. And with the plus side, it's got coconut extract, bamboo extract and eucalyptus oil in it, which is really nice for your face, and it's clarifying, mattifying and pore minimizing, so it has lots of different benefits. I honestly think this was about maybe £5 to £10, around that area, so really affordable. And this is 150ml, and it has basically lasted me about half a year now, and I've still got like at least a quarter of the product left. So I use this first, and then once I'm done using that, I will go straight in with actually a fairly new product to me. I only got this in March and it is now May, so I've only had it for like 2 months, but I think I'm going to be definitely buying some more of this, because even though it's a high-end brand and it is expensive for the size that I have, because I have the mini version of this, it is an essential part of my skincare routine now, and I love it so much. It's changed. So next I go in with the Glossier Milk Jelly Cleanser, which is a conditioning face wash, and I have the mini version, so this is only 60ml. The full version is like 100 and something ml, but my brother and his girlfriend got it from New York, so they had to be careful of how many liquids they put in their suitcase, so they only got them in the mini version. But for this mini version, it's still about 10 to 20 pounds, in that kind of range. So it's basically just a little cleanser, and it's like scented like kind of like milk, which sounds really weird, but it smells scented like milk and like kind of like vanilla baby. It's really weird. It's got such a unique scent to it, which I don't quite know if I like or not, but in small amounts I love the smell. And you just massage it, basically the cleanser, onto a dry skin or damp skin, and rinse thoroughly. So nice. And the thing I love about this cleanser is that it has such a unique texture. It actually does feel like jelly. It feels like, you know, the Lush shower jellies. It has that exact same texture. It's very jelly-like. It's very like rubbery, but very thick, and the feeling of it, the like texture of it when you put it on your fingers, feels so weird, but I love it so much, and it's become an essential part of my skincare routine, so I can't live without it. And then after that, which, if I'm being honest, I don't wash my face every single day, so I don't do my skincare every single day, which is kind of bad, but I've got multiple things going on right now. I have like exams and all that, so I don't have time, and I'm too tired to do it in the middle of the night and all this stuff. But when I do it, I do the full. The next thing I do is do a toner. So I have two toners. I don't really have any bougie toners, but I have two toners that I love. Actually three, but I only have two that I really use that often. So again, I just have the Lacura brand, which is the one by Aldi, and I just have the Lacura Healthy Glow Exfoliating Toner with 5% glycolic acid, and it's scented with aloe vera and ginseng, because it has aloe vera and ginseng in it, and it's to help remove dead skin cells, revealing healthier looking and more radiant looking skin. So it's just very nice. It's like kind of like a cheap dupe for the Pixie version, which also is amazing, by the way. And then if I don't want to use that one, I use the slightly more expensive but still equally cheap, because it's drugstore, the L'Oreal Paris, well, it says new but it's not very new anymore, but the Fine Flowers toner, which removes impurities, invigorates and smooths, and this has rose and jasmine in it, and it smells like rose and jasmine, obviously, and it's for dry and sensitive skin, which I love because I have very dry skin. And the texture of this is very weird. It's almost like glossy, look, but like kind of separated texture, and like very thick and rubbery and like separating. It's very weird. It's like, again, it's kind of like got the same texture as the Milk Jelly cleanser. It's so weird. So, but I definitely picked the Fine Flowers one up because it's so good. After that, sometimes I go in with a mixture of both of them, but sometimes I usually just choose one or the other because I don't want to put too much on my face. The next thing I use is a moisturiser. Now sometimes I'll go in with a water gel type moisturiser and then a proper moisturiser, and then sometimes I'll just go in with one or the other. So for water gel, I use either the Neutrogena one different one, because they have two different water gel kind of type moisturisers in Neutrogena, ones that they're both like different textures, so I use the little pot water gel, I think it's called Hydrogel maybe, and then, or I use the Clarins like water hydration moisturiser. And then for normal moisturiser, I use either the Clinique moisturiser, I use the No. 7 day cream and night cream, or I use the simple moisturisers because they're equally as amazing. And if I'm also feeling very in the mood to like do a full like detox and cleanse and just like routine, I will go in with a face oil and a eye cream and an eye oil. So I use an eye oil and an eye cream. I use the Benefit It's Potent mini eye cream, and face oil, I can't remember what face oil I use, I don't remember, but any kind of face oil, especially drugstore ones, are so amazing. And also The eye oil I use is actually one by a brand from TK Maxx because they have some amazing skincare in TK Maxx. Okay guys, so the current date is the 10th of May and I'm currently at my grandma's, but I thought I'd show you an outfit of the day because I really like this outfit and it's the first time I've worn anything kind of like this ever, in terms of like the top and in terms of the trousers, like the colour trousers. So my OTD is these short, tight, skinny jeans, ankle grazer jeans from Primark in the shade or the colour white. And since I've been able to dress myself and shop for myself, so since I was about 9, bearing in mind I am 16 now, so about 7 years, I have never ever worn white jeans, but I thought I'd pick some up because a lot of people my age have some white jeans and I haven't got any, so I thought I'd pick some up. But I usually am, and all my jeans I am a size 12, and yet in these jeans, which are a size 12, like it says on the label inside the jeans that they're size 12, these are so tight and really small on me, but I can just about fit into them, so I'm gonna keep them just in case. Next in my like thing is this top, which is also from Primark, but it's like the weirdest top. I've never got a top kind of like this before. It's one of those, it's like short sleeve, but it has like this tie up near the boobs like this, and it's like frilly here, and I've seen loads of these tops before, but I never got one, so I picked it up because it has the same pattern as my maxi dress and I love this pattern, so I got it. And I've realised I've got boobage so I've got this on with these jeans. This is just from Primark, and then I've just put on top just to keep me warm. It doesn't really go with this outfit particularly, but I just put it on really to keep me warm in the rain. And it's just this like fluffy cardigan which I got from H&M, but I got it a while ago, so I don't know if they still sell it, but literally it's like one of my favourite cardigans I've literally like all time. So that's my OTD, and then on my feet I literally just have my Nike Air Force Ones. Oh, bad lighting. Yeah, my Nike Air Force Ones, which I'll just like quickly show you. I just have my Nike Air Force ones, and yeah, that's my OTD. So I usually just plan to take this off, so let me take this off. Okay, so I have also just done my hair into a bun. It's my first time ever doing it basically like with bobby pins, so like making like the base of it with like just a normal ponytail, and then just like keeping it in place with grip. This is my first time doing it like that, so it's gonna look quite wonky and to the side, but it still looks pretty cute, so I'm very excited about it. So I'm just gonna go toilet, which you don't really need to know, and put some lip balm on, and then we're going home. So the current date is the 11th of May. Excuse my hair, I've had a very busy day, but it's my second attempt of doing the bun, and it's slightly less to the side this time, slightly more in the middle, and it's slightly different of a bun today. Today I actually twisted the ponytail and then wrapped it around, instead of just bobby pinning it straight in. So excuse it, it looks very messy at this point because I've been doing lots of things today. So I woke up this morning around 9, and I headed out as soon as possible at like 12 something to go pick up my prom dress. And I'm not going to show you my prom dress only because a lot of people from my school watches this, and for those that don't already know at my school, I'd like to keep it a secret, so I'm not going to show you because it's out of the bag, but it's amazing and I love it. So I picked up my prom dress straight away. Luckily it doesn't need any altercation or adjusting, so that's good. Then we just popped into the town because my mum needed to grab a few things, and I ended up getting treated to a lot of things, so thanks. And we also ignored just for a second this whole stuff that's going on the back. It's just me up, but nobody's bun ever looks good at the back. And then I came back home just to put all my stuff away from town and have my dress up, and then we headed out around 10 to 4 because I had an NCS meeting. And if you don't know what NCS is like kind of almost like PGL. It's basically where you go away for a number of weeks and do things like canoeing, abseiling, hiking, climbing, water activities, all that kind of thing. And you like camp as well, so you live in a tent and you sleep in a tent. It's slightly more fancy than just normal camping because there's beds in the tents, but you share with people, you meet new people. So in year 6 I went to PGL, which is basically like that but for year 6s, and it's only 2 weeks away. Whereas this course, because I'm a teenager now, and NCS is more for teenagers, so it's more for 15 plus age ranges, it entails more and it also is for longer. So I'm away at NCS for a period of 3 weeks instead of 2, and I don't just do canoeing, abseiling, all that kind of adventure, physical kind of outdoor stuff. You spend 1 week away doing that, and then you get to go home for the weekend, and then the next week after that you live in a university for a week on your own, and then the week after that you do charity work. So it's you do loads more at NCS than you would for like the PGL manor adventure sort of thing that you do in year 6. So I went to a meeting about that and got put in my teams and paired up with people and all that. Did a few challenges, met a few people. All ready for NCS, and yes, I will be vlogging NCS. It depends kind of when you go, because NCS has 3 different waves. So it's called wave A to C, so wave A, wave B, wave C, and the waves are different dates. So you have wave A, which is around June time this year, wave B is around July time this year, and wave C is around August time this year. And I'm going on wave C with all my friends, so that will be really good. So I start at the 5th of August and I come back at some point either in August or towards the end of August or start of September. So then I don't have to worry about missing my prom, and I also can have a little bit of a break just in my house, going out with my mates before I go away to NCS. Unfortunately, it does mean that I miss my mum's birthday, because my mum's birthday is on the 8th and I come back on the 9th after my first week. So therefore I do miss my mum's birthday, but we're going to make up for it on the 9th because I come back the next day basically, so why not? So I'm excited for that. So I went to that meeting, I've literally just come home from that, and now I'm chilling. I kind of need to do some revision, and my mum and dad have just popped out to get Chinese, which, you know, I think I've explained this multiple times before, but Chinese is my favourite takeaway, so I wasn't going to miss out. I also kind of want to show you what I picked up today in town. So the first thing I picked up was, we firstly went into Poundland, because Poundland is one of the best inventions ever. If you do not have a Poundland where you live, maybe suggest it, because it is great. Basically, everything in Poundland, kind of by the name, is a pound. Apart from, it's not really that precisely accurate, because there can be anything ranging from £1 to £10. That's the most I've ever seen an item cost in Poundland, £10. But it varies. But most of the things, if not 75% to 80%, to 85% of the shop is just £1 for everything. So I was, you know, just browsing like the aisles in Poundland because my mum wanted to go in to pick up some pegs, because we have literally like no pegs on our washing line. I don't really know what section the pegs would be in, so we went along the home kind of style stuff first of all, and as I was walking down I just happened to catch sight of some candles. Now these are not like bougie fancy branded candles, they're not a Yankee Candle, nothing like that. I think they're basically Poundland's own brand of candles. So they had 4 scents of candle that I could see in the shop. I think they had a 5th scent, but it must have got sold out in the candle form, so, or they just didn't do that one in the candle form for some random reason, which I'll explain later on. But the candle scents that I could see were vanilla, sea breeze, sugared almonds, and exotic mango. And I usually go, in terms of candles, for fresh scents. That's it. So like cotton fresh, vanilla, sea, anything to do like the sea kind of thing. So like kind of scents like that. So fresh scents. So like also like woody scents. And I also go for flowery fresh scent. So the kind of scents that smell flowery, they are a flower, but they smell like really crisp and fresh. I don't really go for like sweet ones, I don't really go for fruity ones, or like sugar cookie or anything like that. I don't really go into any of them, and I don't go into the more manly kind of like eucalyptus style ones either. I just stick to the fresh, crisp, clean, soft scents. The only kind of like sweet scent I go for is vanilla, because vanilla is like my favourite scent. So these 4 flavors, why do I say flavors? This is why when I saw that exotic mango was a scent and sugared almonds, I kind of was like, let's branch away from them. Like, don't get me wrong, mango is one of my favourite fruits. It is my favourite fruit. Watermelon and mango are my favourite fruit. But I'm one of those people that if there's like 5 scented candles, I can't just get 1 or 2 candles. It's like half finishing a project. Like I might as well just get all the scents or all the scented candles if there's only like 5 of them. Like for example, if a company came out with a whole makeup collection, I'd have to get the whole makeup collection, because just getting 1 product or 2 products or 3 products out of like 10, it's just like, why? I'll just get them all, because I just feel like I'm like half betting on it, or you know what I mean? I just have that feeling. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have to pick up every single one of these scents. And now my mum said I could only have 2. And I just said to my mum, oh, can I get all 4 and I'll pay you back the extra £2 if it really means that much to you. So she's like, yes, sure. So the first candle I get, which I've just realised, this company is called the Original Candle Company. So I don't know if that's Poundland's own company, like candle company, or if that's an actual candle company that they've just decided to put into Poundland. But the first thing I went to, like the first scent I got attracted to out of all the candles was vanilla, because as I just said, vanilla is literally one of my like favourite scents. Don't know why. I don't usually know, because the reason is because I don't usually really care about having plates warm. Try my food. Oh my god, we got the goods. Literally. So much food. Oh, look at the little containers. That's so cute. Look at my chow mein. It's in Claire Fruity Fruit things. Okay, so my parents are back. And we're getting Chinese, aren't we, Dad?
Got Chinese, not getting it.
Oh, we got Chinese. And beer. Yes, then. I'm getting plates out. Ow.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing it. Not going cold. They're not going cold, are they? Try not to smash the plates together so much.
What are you using?
Oh, that's alright. I saved the day.
You sure you want to carry on with this? This is your plan, not mine. You don't have any reason to get us in all out. I just came to grab a couple files. Is that a new scarf? It's nice.
So I picked up vanilla, and these candles burn for approximately 12 hours, and these are £1 each, and I know like Yankee candles are at least £3, £4, maybe even £5 actually. £5, £5 to £6 just for a small one. So for £1 I can pick up this, and it is freaking amazing. Like, it's amazing. Like, I just love smelling them just like without lighting them, because oh my god, I love it. So I picked up that one as a must have, and I was like, oh, I'll just smell the other three just to decide what second one I want. And the second one I smelt, or the second one I picked up to smell, was Sea Breeze, because as I said, they're like fresh scents, and they're the most common fresh scents out of the four. So I was like, go for this one. Smelt it, loved it, and I was like, you know what, that'll be my second one. I was like, but I don't want to decide what my second one is straight away, because I've got 2 more to smell yet. I was like, I probably won't end up having them, but I want to smell them. So again, this just burns for 12 hours, really packed full of scent, and for £1, why not? Next one I smelt was Sugared Almonds, and I really like this candle just because it's like in one of my like in my favourite colour, like my precise favourite colour, which is like this lilac purple. Smelt it, and even though this is not a fresh scent, it's not overly sickly and sweet. It just has that slight like sweet smell, but it's still really fresh, and I just love it. And I'm not just being biased because it's my favourite colour one, but I think this might be my favourite out of the 4, shockingly enough, even though one of the candles is vanilla. It smells amazing. I wish I was smell-o-vision through the screen right now, but basically each one of them just has like this little label. Each one of them has this little label, kind of like the like one another, just in a different colour and different obviously name each time. And this one might literally just be my favourite one. It's so amazing, and again they all burn for 12 hours. So if you burn this for an hour a day, you'll get 12 days out of it, which is a week and 5 days, so no often 2 weeks. And if you burn them for half an hour, then you have more than that. And the last candle I smelt, which is the one I kind of wouldn't really get normally, but you know, because I decided I was going to pick up all 4 scents I decided I was going to get, was Exotic Mango. Now I smelt it, and again, I don't know what it is, but these all have they have a lot of scent to them, and a lot of like, it hits you quite strong. They are really strong, but they're not like one of the reasons why I don't buy the more sweeter scented candles and the more fruity scented candles is because they're so sickly and so overpowering that they're giving me a headache. But this one, even though it's a fruity scent, it does not smell like overly sweet or overly overpowering, considering it's a strong smell. Still smells, it has like a really fresh scent to it. It's like, the best thing I can describe it to is it's like a perfume spray when they have like a lot, you know, perfume sprays, body mists have a lot of like powerful scent to them. They're strong so that you can smell them on your body, but they're not overpowering, and that's kind of what this is like. So I was actually really glad. And then last year I got given my first reed diffuser, and I've heard a few things about these, or like reed diffusers in general, and I've been told that they're really good and they're kind of better than candles because they last months and months and months, and they don't just give like like some areas of the room a smell, they give the entire room a smell, and they lift odours, and they do all these things. So I've heard that they're really good. I've heard that they are more expensive than candles, but I've heard that they're really good. And until I was about 14, I was never allowed candles at all. Not even in my room to smell. I wasn't allowed them, full stop. And I'm 16 now, so it's been only 2 years since I've been able to have candles, and so any chance to get a candle now I am obsessed with. And I've persuaded my mum into getting me a proper candle, like holding, like camping lighter, so I have one of them to light my candles. But but my birthday last year, I got given so February 2018, I got given my first reed diffuser by my mum. My mum bought me one from TK Maxx for my birthday, and I used it straight away, and it was the best invention ever. My room smelled so clean and so fresh every time I walked through the door. And then, but it was like a cheap one from TK Maxx, so it quickly ran out. So then I've always been obsessed with Zoe Sugg on YouTube, and I decided to buy one of her reed diffusers because loads of people talk about them. So I got one, and I got it in like chocolate cupcake, something sweet, because I smelt it and it was like hard. It was potent enough to like fill the room with smell, but it wasn't that strong that it was giving me a headache. It was like almost like muffled down and muffed down. So I got it, and it's still like a quarter full, and I've had that for about 6 months now, and it's still like a quarter full. So I'm not gonna open this one just yet. But when I was in the Poundland, I also saw below the candles reed diffusers. Now they only had 2 scents in the reed diffusers, and they had the exotic mango. So I picked, because I already had the candle of that, I decided not to get that one, but I got it for the bathroom. Well, my mum got one for the bathroom, and she told me to pick one, so because there's only 2 scents, I was going to pick one for me, one for the bathroom. So I picked this one for the bathroom, seeing as I already got the candle for it. And then there was this scent. This scent is Vanilla Orchid. This candle is just vanilla, so they're not the same scent. So I decided to pick up the reed diffuser, again for only £1. A reed diffuser for when that one runs out, and it smells amazing. It's like what you would think a sweet scent, but a light smelling sweet scent. And a flower scent would be like mixed together. So this is vanilla and orchid, which orchid's a flower and vanilla is a scent that you put something in to make it stronger. Smells amazing. Highly recommend this like range, this range in Poundland. If you have a couple of pounds to spare, you want your house to smell nice, want some new candles, go into Poundland. For £1, they smell amazing, and they're so strong, and they don't smell cheap, and they don't feel cheap, and they don't look cheap. They're simplistic, and they're amazing. And I'm very excited to use my reed diffuser and my candles. And yeah, very excited. So the original candle company from Poundland, everybody. I was also speaking to my mum about how the last couple of months, I mean actually maybe about a year now, I've been having problems with around my nose area. I'll include a close-up shot now. So this is an up-close shot of around my nose area, because I said I'd include it in my video. So it's just very dry and like scabby and sore, and it's been like this for like a couple months. Excuse how I look. This is like added in from like weeks like late, weeks and weeks late, but it has improved since I did the video, because I've started using my new skincare routine, so it's improved by a lot. But it's just very scabby, very sore, very dry skin, very rashy, and it's just a big problem. I have been having issues with my dry skin. I've been having dry skin patches located around this area of my mouth, nose, I mean, like really dry patches, almost like rashy areas, and just doesn't look very good under makeup. It's like almost like I have eczema around my nose. It's very crusty, very flaky. Basically nothing I've ever really had to deal with ever before. Just a little bit of background context. I have always had combination skin, and so that means I have dry to normal skin in the winter, and then in the summer it starts to get really kind of more oily, and it has started to get a little bit more oily than what it looks like. It's slightly better than it actually usually is, shockingly enough, but I just wanted to get rid of it, get it gone, and I thought, what brand does, what kind of drugstore but still kind of expensive brand does a like really hydrating product range? And I realised Neutrogena does, because anyway, if you have never tried Neutrogena, what are you doing? Neutrogena is one of the best companies ever, and so is Bior, one of them, because they're like a Japanese range, but Neutrogena is amazing. We don't have their blue makeup wipes that everyone goes on about in the UK, or like, if so, they're in the odd shop, but they don't really sell them in most shops in the UK, which is really annoying. But they have an amazing range. They just have a whole range dedicated to hydration, and that is their Hydro Boost range. Now I am planning on getting every single product from their range, but because I'd already technically at that point in town spent £5 of my £20 pocket money on candles and reed diffuser, I only had £15 left of my pocket money that my mum was like lending me while I didn't have it in town to give back to her, left to get Neutrogena products. And there's one product that was a must, like I was definitely going to get, and it's the water gel that they do. First off, water gel. Water is hydrating, nourishing, moisturizing, keeps your skin locked in, you know, rain, moisture, hydration. So immediately you know that's going to be very good for your skin if it's water gel. But a while back I just bought it on a whim, and a water gel, the water gel moisturizer from Neutrogena, and I went on holiday with my best friend Jay, and she was really skeptical because I was going on about how much I'd like tried it once and how much I literally loved it. She tried it, and by the end of the holiday she'd used up basically near enough all my moisturiser, all the water gel. I only had like 3 more scoops of it when I got home off holiday with her family and her, because she'd used that much of it, and I ran out. And I haven't been able to get any since, so that's the first thing I wanted to pick up. But the problem is Neutrogena do 2 types of like water gel kind of types. They do a water gel and a gel cream. So the gel cream is more like moisturizer texture, whereas water gel is basically just like pure water in like a gel form, whereas gel cream is more of a creamy thick moisture texture. And I kind of forgot which one I got last time, but I realised it was water gel, not the gel cream, because whereas the gel cream is specifically made for dry skin, which is kind of what I was getting it for these dry patches, I only have dry skin in this little area, so you know it wouldn't really be helping any of this part of my face, whereas the water gel still locks in hydration, moisture, still does all the same things as the gel cream. It's just targeting the whole face while still most importantly working on your dry patches, which is kind of what I want, an all-round thing that still does the specific job I need to do. So I picked up that, which looks like this. I just say all their all Neutrogena's Hydro Boost range is blue, in blue packaging. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 9 to 10 products in their Hydro Boost range. Here with me right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 9 things. I didn't have enough money to get the other 4, but I'm planning on going back and getting them while I still have all these 5 products, so I better go get it soon so I don't use all this product up and then only have the other 4. So this is what the gel looks like. I'm trying not to like be careful with it because it's like really water gel consistency, and therefore it's like really really likely to fall out. So look, it's very slidey, it's very like watery, and the texture is just basically like, if you can tell, I've just put some on my finger and it literally just looks like pure water on my finger, and like it's thick enough that if you scraped your finger along the side of the pot it would go back in as in a thick form. But this is just specifically what it looks like. As you can tell, it's like clear and very watery and kind of thick texture, like jelly, but on the finger it looks almost just like wet, and this is what it looks like on the hand. It looks like absolute pure water, and by the way it has an amazing smell. Well, as I explained to you earlier, I kind of, if I'm going to get one product from the whole range, I'm going to try and get the whole range, and if not, as many products as I can, and then go back for the others so I do get the whole set. So anything about, you know, full hydration, I'm into. I've always been a girl that likes hydrating products, love me some hydrating products. I would choose them over the Visibly Clear, I would choose them over acne products. I just love hydration products. Saying that, I do need to get some of the products. I need to get the Vitamin E facial wash from Soap and Glory and the La Roche-Posay anti-blemishing one, because that's really good. But the next thing that I went for that really caught my eye was the Neutrogena Hydro Boost, so in their range again, Express Hydrating Spray. Now I've never had a hydrating spray before. I've only ever had, like, you know, kind of like the water in a can that you spray in the, that you get for in the summer when it's extremely hot, and it's just like pure water mist that you spray over your face. Well, this is like that, but it has loads of important vitamins and acids and ingredients that will help your skin. So this has got hyaluronic acid in it, which is really good for acne, and it instantly cools and absorbs for radiant looking skin all day, and it's for normal to dry skin, and it's just like a water mist, so you just like spray it all over your face. But oh, that was my stomach. But it has a really weird texture to it. It's almost like thick like glazed over. It has that kind of texture where it doesn't feel like you're just spraying wet, watery substance on your face. It feels like you are like spraying like a thick kind of like jelly water on your face, and it almost like puts this, like, the best way I can describe it, it feels like really kind of like oily and greasy, but not in a bad way, in like almost like a way that you feel like you've got kind of like a thick hydrating mask on your face, but in the way of a like spritz, and it still holds all the moisture, because this kind of light blue colour here is actually the colour of the liquid inside of it. So it's not like pure clear just normal water. But I tried it when I went to the NCS meeting earlier, and I felt like I had a very hydrating mask on, and I absolutely loved it, and I looked like I was glowing because somebody told me I looked really glowy, and they asked me what it was, and I just told them I sprayed this on my face, and they were like, oh, I have to get that. So highly recommend. That's the second thing I got. And then I kind of want like a routine to do, so I decided to get like an exfoliator and a cleanser to like wash my face. I wanted like a face wash and a face scrub, and these pair together. So this is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Exfoliator Smoothing Gel, which boosts hydration and helps refine skin and leaves it touchably supple. And again, it has hyaluronic acid in, which is really good for acne and just smoothing out the surface of your skin. So I got this, and I've actually not looked at the texture of it yet. A bit scared to, but this is what it looked like. Again, they're all Neutrogena's range is in the light blue colour, and I can't wait to try this out, and I'll tell you how it goes. But I got this first of all to try, and then the cleanser to go with it I've heard so many good things about, like the water gel. So this is just actually it's see-through. This gel this cleanser is like see-through, but it's a big bottle. It is 200ml, and it's a water gel. It's the water gel cleanser, and again, it's like this really thick, like gloopy texture. If you can see that, it's really thick and really like thick. But I can't wait to try these two out together, and I'll let you know how they go. And then the final thing I picked up was the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Triple Micellar Water, which has, again, hyaluronic acid in it, but it boosts hydration, it removes waterproof makeup without rubbing, it removes oil dirt, and it hydrates. And 94% of people agree skin feels deeply clean when they use this. So I picked this up, and I guess I have a lot of micellar water, but I kind of want to get the full set so they all kind of work with each other and all kind of bond together and link together to get the best results. So this is 400ml, and this is going to last me a long time, but I'm so excited to kind of have like the whole range, well not the whole range, but near enough the whole range, to have a full Neutrogena same skin branded products, so that I don't go mismatching with various random brands. Somewhere once in a beauty magazine, they're actually getting different products from different brands, like getting one product from Neutrogena, one product from Simple, one product from Olay. I heard that getting them actually is bad for your skin, because you're like moving your skin around, like confusing your skin, because you know, you don't know what Olay may use compared to what Neutrogena may use in their products. So you're putting all these like Neutrogena ingredients on your face, but then you're going to put all these Simple products on your ingredients on your face afterwards, and it's really bad. So they say to kind of stick to one brand in your routine all the way through, which in my exfoliator, my cleanser, my micellar water, my gel, you know, and my mist, they're all Neutrogena. My moisturiser is not. A few other things of mine are not a Neutrogena, but until I get those other things to like put in to replace the random brands I have now, I'm just going to be leaving them out of my routine and see how I go. But yeah, I highly recommend the Hydro Boost range by Neutrogena. And Neutrogena, if you're watching this and want to do a collaboration with me, let me know, because I would love to. But for now guys, I just wanted to show you what I got in town, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace. Okay guys, so I'm in my bathroom. I have to be a little bit quiet because my mum's asleep, but we're going to test out the two new Neutrogena products that I got today, which is the exfoliating face wash and the cleanser. So first of all, let's go put some warm water in my bowl. The first product we're going to use is the exfoliating gel by Neutrogena, and so it says in instructions to dampen my face, so I'm just gonna go get a flannel from my bedroom and I'll be right back. So I've just picked up this just basic cloth and I'm going to plummet it into my hot water. So I'm just going to squeeze out the excess and just going to dampen my face and open up my pores for this exfoliator. Just a little bit wet will do. I'm going to place it on the side. Now I'm going to take my exfoliator, and it says to use circular movements, so I'm going to place a little bit of it into the palm of my hand. So I'm just going to squeeze it actually onto my fingertips. Okay, just about this sized amount. I can show you with my fingers, give me a second. This sized amount, and I'm going to rub it between my fingers. Actually, a bit coarse considering all the hair, but I'm just going to take it and I'm going to rub it onto my skin in circular motions, it says. So I'm just going to make sure I go up. That circular motion, circular, around my face, the top of my face. Should I get it all in? And then it says to slowly use circular motions to wipe it off. So I'm going to do that real quick. Again, wetting my flannel. I'm just going in with my fingers and just circular motions, rubbing this off. Okay, this is what my skin looks like afterwards. It looks really shiny and matte and clean. So now we're going to go with the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel Cleanser. And again it says wet face, apply to hands, add water and work into a lather. So that's what we're going to do. Again, we're just going to take this flannel, should I say, and slowly just pat my face, wet it, get it all wet and damp. And then what I'm going to do is open my cleanser up, take 3 pumps of this onto my hand. It says wet face, put it onto your face and then do it. Good old lather. Again, grabbing my flannel and just slowly wiping it off, making sure to go in all the crevices and get all the dirt out of my nose, around my mouth, on my cheeks. Making sure to keep getting fresh water onto my cloth. Like that. And then again to pat dry.
So guys, I'm going to do the next